biwa, etiraka keto kemowa. Edakuye iyo biwa, etiraka keto kemowa. Edakuye iyo biwa, etiraka keto kemowa.
Education is the key, I want a whole bunch. School is fun, learning improves you. We specialize infrastructures to see you through. A couple of the proof, learning in our schools. Parents, guardians, there's no excuse. Our teachers are bright, our students are bright. Look at the project, our future is bright.
I'll be a doctor, I wanna be a lawyer. I'll be an engineer, I wanna be a teacher. And educate those after me. I'll be a postman, best known enforcer. Eradicate corruption in Nigeria. Mathematically sound kids, biologically smart kids. Fashionable the kids to live a life of legacy.
Poetry, right?
No. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Leadership must surely have an impact.
Exactly. Look around you today. What do you see? You see better roads and effective transportation.
Agree now, Lagos. More beautiful. A state that works.
A legacy of functional education for all the youths of the state.
And now we can truly aspire.
That is right. Rehabilitation of existing schools.
Provision of new blocks of classrooms so that more students can have access to quality education.
Distribution of quality free textbooks.
At last, the upgrading of laboratories for science students.
Furniture for classrooms.
WAEC fees for all SS3 students in Lagos State.
Because no dream must die.
Scholarship and bursaries for everyone.
From only 7% in 2007.
39% of Lagos State WAEC candidates in the year 2012 had credits in mathematics, English, and 3 other subjects.
Because you care, sir, we all have hope.
And through the Lagos Ecole Secondary Education Project,
I am proud to say that there is a great day ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, friends, let the nation arise and welcome a man of vision and action.
The executive governor of our dear Lagos State, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola.
Can we give them another round of applause? Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, teachers, principals, and most importantly, the reason why we are all here today, our children. Are the children in the house? Really, up till the very last few minutes, one remarkable event has been that the entire proceedings have been championed and controlled by the students themselves. If you still have any doubt about the ability of children, I think some of what we have seen here today must begin to convince us that if we give them a chance, if we guide them from the back and steer them in the right direction, not only will they look after themselves, they will look after us. If we start from our very impressive compares, Omounmi, Shonariwo, and Ejide Temitope, could we have had better compares? Hello? I have watched many awards in my time, Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, and I have seen the compares. And I have never seen such young compares as efficient as we have had them today. It might interest you to know that Ejide Temitope has been the champion of our school's debate for the last 3 years back to back, a product of our public schools. So all of the events that we have seen today, performed by children from the Lagos State Public Schools, represent the face of the emerging character and changes in Lagos Public Schools. They represent what we have done with your taxes. They represent what we have done with your time. And they represent what we have done with your votes. There's a lot to be done in our state. More schools to be built, more roads, more bridges, rail, and so many services that would define the quality of life in this state. But with what I have seen here today, I am not afraid of the future anymore. I have seen it here today. We gather today for the third consecutive year to pursue a very simple idea. A small idea that I must reveal now today how it happened. My young nephew in the United States of America 3 years ago sent me an email and attached his certificate, a certificate from the governor of that state, a merit certificate for him and for his school. He had done well in school. He wanted some certain things to be done which I dealt with. But looking at the certificate, and I said to myself, we can do something like that here. And so I called Ms. Ronke Aziz. Can we start a competition to promote educational excellence among our public secondary schools? And so from that very small idea, we are here for the third consecutive year with results to show. It does not matter for me who owns an idea. What matters always is what I can do with it. Can I make it better? Can I adapt it to suit my situation? And I think whatever I saw then, we have domesticated a governor's award of immense proportions and really inspiring results. A small idea to reward performance has helped us to improve results in our public secondary schools. I'd like to acknowledge the presence in our midst of leaders like Prince Bola Ajibola, a man of many parts, as you all know, a foremost legal practitioner, a one-time Attorney General of this country, a judge of the World Court in The Hague, a religious leader, I must confess, a father to many like me, and in case some of you don't know it, now an educationist. And he has been a very strong pillar of support for these awards because he has honored us with his presence year after year since we started. Thank you so much, sir. There is also in our midst Chief Molade Okoya Thomas, another pillar of support, a tower of strength for young people. And if you have any doubt, go and ask the Bosse Kafos of this world and all the table tennis champions that we have produced representing Lagos, Nigeria, the Commonwealth, and Africa. Many of them passed through the famous Asoju Oba Tennis Championship, which he has sponsored for over 40 years. There are in our midst also representatives of the World Bank, our very strong development partners, many other private institutions who have supported us and to whom I will come and pay special tribute in the course of my remarks. Let me especially also acknowledge your Royal Majesties. You have been here with us from the very first award, and I see that your numbers have continued to increase because clearly you are involved and your children are also involved. Let me thank our political leaders like Prince Ogunleye, Chief Olorunfunmi Bashorun, Mrs. Kemi Nelson, so many of you, too numerous to mention, and the lights are shining in my eyes, so you must permit me to continue. But all of you who are in this hall today have helped to make this event the real success that it has already become. We are here today to continue that tradition of encouraging very friendly but purposeful competition between 642 secondary schools, now 661 with the addition of 19 new schools, and that tells you that the work will never finish. We continue to add more schools because our population continues to grow and people are busy at night making more babies. You know, as we are here, some people are saying I do in the marriage registry. And in the next 9 months, we will see the results of I do. Some people have arrived this morning. Some people are in labor. And may God deliver them safely. So the work will never end. But this meeting provides us an opportunity as stakeholders, parents, guardians, principals, permanent secretaries, commissioners, elders in every sense, to show our children that their education is important to us. I have had cause to say before that we are the mirror through whom our children see life. If they see that we pay important attention to education, it is easy to communicate and demonstrate to them that it is important. So I thank all of you who have come. You represent a critical mass to set an example for the children that education is important. And in all of the theme songs that we have seen, it is clear that the message is getting across. They understand the value of education. They understand that it will take them away from a life of crime and cyber and internet fraud. They understand that the good things of life can be achieved through education and the dint of hard work. So I congratulate all of you who have chosen to join us. Pass the message on to others that if they show that education is important to them, their children will understand its importance. It is also important to stress that after a whole academic session of rigorous learning, tests, we choose the day before the last day of the school year to gather and also have fun. I think by having the kind of drama, the fanfare, and the awards that we will present, it is perhaps the most fitting climax to end a year of rigor and hard work. And I think that the children will not only remember this day, but they will look forward to next year's awards. I like to also emphasize that the ECO project, which we run in collaboration with the World Bank, has become a very useful anchor to ground and propagate our vision for public education in Lagos and in Nigeria. It has made its impact, as we have seen with the documentary. And for those of you who have this brochure, it is also a statement of ECO Project's very frugal and diligent use of its resources. They could have printed a 30-page brochure with photographs of everybody who was important in Lagos. But they have communicated their message in just 2 pages. And in these 2 pages, they have saved a lot of money and they have become efficient with public resource. We have a program, we have photographs, and we have winners at the junior and secondary schools. What more could we have wanted? Certainly not my photographs on the page of the brochure. And ECO Project and other MDAs in the public sector must emulate this kind of efficiency and management of funds. Let me, on behalf of our public school system, express my gratitude to Ms. Ronke Aziz, the coordinator of the ECO Project. But in doing so, I recognize that Ms. Ronke Aziz could never have achieved anything without the support of the Ministry of Education. And therefore, I thank the Honorable Commissioners, the Special Advisor on Education, the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Erogbogo, the Tutors General, all the principals and teachers in our schools, members of the School-Based Management Committee, the volunteer teachers. I thank ANCOPS, and I thank the Nigerian Union of Teachers. Of course, on a day like this, where we have used all of the best of our human capital to send our strongest message, I also have to thank